Hello and welcome back to another episode in Subsistence Land. First of all, before we get started, welcome to all my new subscribers. Thank you very much for subscribing, and thank you all for the comments that you've made. I think I mentioned before, I tend to record at least a couple of episodes in advance, so if things in life happen, I've got them scheduled to release. So you guys can have regular episodes. So I can't always respond to your comments immediately, but I do read them. I try to reply to them all, and there's some really good ideas on there. I have... Oh, before I get into the murder holes situation, in the last video I mentioned about a trap that I was using or could use for cougars and bears. I had a bit of a setback with that. The first time I tried it, it worked like a charm. Cougar fell in and died instantly. The next few times that I tried it, didn't work. The cougar doesn't die, and you end up having to shoot it anyway. I'm still working on it in my solo game, see if I can find out what caused the first one to die. Not sure. I thought it was because it landed on some of the stairs, these 90-degree stairs, and I had several sets of them, but I've actually tried that and it doesn't work. So correction to that, just in case you're thinking, oh, I can't wait to see this trap. It might not be a thing. We'll have to see. Anyway, the murder holes. I have an idea, and we're going to give it a try. Not sure how well it's going to work just yet, but the first thing I need is a foundation. There are a couple of ideas that you guys have said about putting catwalks, and I think they're brilliant ideas, and I might try and do some kind of an underslung catwalk at some point. But before we do that, I really would like to try something unusual. It's it's so difficult to describe. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try it and see whether we can get it to work. I'm just going to temporarily move this wall out of the way, and need it somewhere where it's not going to get in my way. Just stick it there for a minute. Yeah, so we're close enough to that rock. What I want to do is to... 6. Now, if I snap this to there, obviously that's not going to help. So what I want to do is to not snap it, but I want it to be exactly in line. So get the left-hand edge lined up somewhere around there, and the right-hand edge somewhere around there. And then we'll bring it back just a little bit. Yeah, so I think that's about right there. Okay, I've got to be a bit careful now that I don't fall down anything. I don't think it really matters. I think we'll do this one, because otherwise we might have problems. So what we're going to do is lift this one, and hopefully without falling through the hole that it's left. No. There we go. I'm going to snap that onto the foundation, and we're going to do the same with this one. But obviously the stairs come down here, and I don't want to glitch through the floor. That would be not a good thing. I also think that's too big a gap. So, but you get the idea. I'm going to just lift the floor, but try and keep it in perfect alignment. So I think what I'll do is I'll put that one back for a minute and try and make a smaller gap. So now this is going to be a problem. I'm going to have to put it up out of the way for a minute. Be so careful not to fall out. Okay, so same thing again. First of all, get it to snap so that we can see where it is, and break the snap point, and bring it back. The left and the right end edges lined up. Right on the very edge there. Somewhere about there, I think. And gotta be so careful not to lift the thing I'm stood on. Yeah, that's still quite a big gap. I kind of would like smaller than that, but I think if I go any closer it's going to snap to the floor, so I think that's probably the best we can do. Alright, so in order to not glitch through when we come down the stairs, if this floor it's not going to be attached to these pieces, it's not actually going to be attached to anything, but it'll look as if it's halfway up the wall. So coming downstairs, glitch your feet through the floor and fall down to the bottom. So in order to avoid that, what I want to do is to put this like half wall on the edges. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Yeah, I think that works. And then I'll do the same over here. Let me get one of those ready. And move this one. Yeah, the idea is it's close enough that I can just walk over it. Don't have to jump or anything. Hopefully if that's in the right place. So then coming up and down the stairs, if the game does glitch, if I jump and the game glitches and my feet go through this piece, at least I land on the piece that is attached to the base. Okay, so now we can remove this. Now for a minute I'm not going to delete it because I think we might try some of your ideas. I think it was Beach Bum that mentioned making a catwalk type design. Now, is that snapping to the right place? I think it is. Yeah. Yeah, so the idea is probably not with a bow and arrow, but with the rifle. That will allow me to shoot anybody that's standing around underneath from either side, whereas it minimises my exposure to their shots, I hope. We'll see. Initially I was actually going to do it on the outside edge here and drop the floor by a small amount, which would work also, but it would only work if they were over there, and I can see over there anyway, as you see. So I decided that the hole in the middle is probably a better idea. It protects the BCU, we can reinforce that with alloy sheets, and it doesn't impinge my movement at all. So that was what I thought about that. Now for the outside here, yeah, as I say, this is only temporary, this foundation at the moment. It won't be staying there. But I think Beach Bum's idea, if I understood it correctly, it was quite a complex thing, but I think the idea was to build a defensive wall around the rock here, so that if they do come up from around there, I would have, you know, like a half wall that allowed me to hide behind and remove the foundations once the wall was placed. But it would also give me the opportunity to fight from here, to shoot down underneath. So that's quite a good idea. But I want to see how my little murder hole idea works before we get into that. Right, what else was there? I think that's probably about it. Say, I don't really want to leave this foundation here, but it might come in useful for some other stuff that we do. So I think what I'll do is I will, I will put this upstairs for now. Get there. I don't want to put it on the base, as I could use it as a sort of a cover over the base. That'll do. You know, over this bit, but I don't want to do that because then the legs would stick down into the base and that would look awful. Okay, so yeah, I did take a day out yesterday, as you probably saw by the wood. I'll come and check that plant bed in a sec. I did a bit of grinding, got some resources, but I didn't want to push too far into like the next day, as in today, just in case there's an attack. But I did go out and grind a load of wood and got a few more resources and bits and pieces, and that all needs to go down to the fishing hut, so we could take that with us. Generator is running. Yes, I did put a power storage. Trying to remember what else we were doing. Oh, food's just gone off. Yeah, we're building up power nicely, but we don't have much mass. I think the generator is just running to support that, which will give me enough iron for another lockpick. So I think we can actually switch that off now. Got enough power for those last couple. And we need the mass, so I'm going to take a quick run out and see what we can find. I did see a crate over there, like the wolf. Right, let's go and see what we can... Oh. Yeah, very, very, very nearly there. And we don't need to take the rotten food with us. You got 4 shotgun shells, that's 4, that's 4. Arrows, good. So yeah, we're just waiting for that mass to come back up now, and we can make a lockpick and hopefully get some goodies. I'm doing really well on scrap in this game. I'll keep our eye open for the cougar. There she is over there. Not quite ready for another cougar just yet. And I can't remember where there might be any rogues. I know there were some just over this hill. I think it was the night before last. Whether they're still there or not, I don't know. So we'll approach with caution. It's just a plant. Yeah, if I remember right, night before last they were between kind of that big rock and what I call Stifler Lake. More scrap. Kind of want to see if they're still there. How does the saying go? Forearmed is forewarned, I believe. Something similar to that. Don't see any. That doesn't mean they're not there. Oh well, we'll just be careful. Oh, hello. Yeah, I don't want to be out too long on this run. Kind of like that mass to build up and then we'll make use of it. Definite lack of crates today. Could be because I'm sort of running through, I'm not hanging around in any one location, but usually tripped over a couple by now. And we're hot. Just have a dunk. Get ourselves wet and cool this down a bit. Yeah, I don't think get wood any time. There's not a lot of point in carrying those around. They're no good to me. You know, the grubs are no good to me at the base, so a lot more useful down here. Have a quick look around. We'll have to assume those rogues have gone. Oof. And the arrow broke as well, so... Maybe 11, okay at the moment. Yeah, I think those rogues were just kind of where that wolf is. So he wouldn't be there if they were still there, so... I'm trying to remember to check on the map tonight, see if we can find where they went. kind of hoping to go up through the field here. But the wolves have other ideas. I heard a growl, but I have no idea which one it was that growled at me. Well, he's way off up there, so it must have been the one on the left. Right, let's head back, see if we can make something with all our mass. Kind of like to make a lockpick, but there are other things that are more important at the moment. And I've said before, yeah, I can chase chickens. In my experience, they tend to lead you to the nearest trouble. I mean, if I know the area, if I've just been scouting and running around and I know the area, then I'll probably chase the chicken, but... I've said before, you get, when you butcher a chicken, you get 2 feathers, which is enough to make 4 arrows, and I'm using 1 arrow to get it, so it's still, you know, a good net gain. You're a rabbit. And yeah, I did see the scrap up on the top, but the wolf is sort of kind of guarding it, and just the other side of that hill, there's a rabbit, is the cougar, so it will not risk it. More scrap. Yeah, like I said, I certainly am not going to be leaving that foundation there. But just while we work on ideas such as the catwalk idea, we may need it, so there's no point in... Okay, not make a fuel brick. Yeah, there's no point in dismantling it, wasting the resources and then having to rebuild it. Come on, come on, come on, come on! Oh, just in time. So yeah, we have the 18 we need, so we can make a lockpick if we want to. I think we're going to need all of those actually. But before I make a lockpick, let's just see, there might be something more important. Yeah, so we have more than enough power and mass. Kind of like the workbench, but I've got no way of getting the mass up at the moment. To run the mass fabricator, we ideally would need another generator. That's 60 mass. Our storage is 75 mass. And then a fabricator to increase it. Yeah, that's one of those interminable decisions. Doesn't really matter which way round you do it. You're going to need that one as well. Yeah, I think the next logical thing is to make a way of making mass. So 10, 7 and 8. So once we have a way of making mass, then we'll need a way of storing mass. The generator I can leave running to get the power up to 1000, and then that will help to power the fabricator. So I think that makes sense. And we're at the end of the day already. Wow, soon flies by, doesn't it? It's rather odd when I watch other people's videos. The day seems to go on for an eternity. Running from one end of the map to the other, no problems at all. When I play the game, it seems to fly by. I'm going to put the mass fabricator on the end here, purely and simply because I really don't want to be leaving it on accidentally, although it would cap out at its maximum storage. But later on, when we get the fridge, running the base out of power is definitely not a good thing. So we're going to put that there where I can see it, and it hopefully will remind me. I do wish it wasn't lit up when it wasn't on, sort of sitting there flashing at you. Makes it look as if it's actually on, but it's not. Speaking of on, let's put the light on. Just check these. Cool, so it gives us some vegetables, although I'll probably be replanting these. More importantly, some cotton. We should have some ash. Not sure what we're going to do with the cotton yet. Have to make a decision on that. We do have 2 cotton seeds. I think what I'll do is, because I could have planted those before had I not filled up the plant bed. So I think what I'll do is we'll leave a couple of slots empty. Oh, I've got seeds there, I could use those, never mind. That way, if I do find any cotton in locked crates or anything in the next couple of days, I will at least be able to put them in there. Right, let's grab some ice, otherwise known as water. I see a crate up there. Kind of handy. I see a fire over there. Probably rogues, but we'll check in a sec just in case. Those away. I do need to make some more arrows, mustn't forget to do that. And then when the power and mass gets back up again, probably make a mass storage and or a generator. So you can usually get away with those. If that builds up to 100, make one. Doesn't take too long to build up for a generator again. Okay, let's have a quick look at the map. Okay, no lights down where I thought Alpha was, but that's... Hang on, let's zoom in. It's quite a long way away from us, but that definitely does look like a camp. Difficult to tell. Constant blue light not moving there is probably the base, and then the fire is outside of it. Having said that, blue light just went out. The other one that we thought we saw down here doesn't seem to be there anymore. Oh, he's walking. I think that's a fisherman. Can't see where he went now. Let's give it a moment to see if that walker gets back anywhere. I'm quite strongly of the opinion that Alpha will be over here, wherever that was. And we're a good couple of days in now since that appeared, so I think that's more likely going to be Bravo. He's walking about as well. I mean, they could be rogues. That's entirely possible. But that's actually that's probably a little bit far. I expected a base to be a bit closer in. Yeah, there's a fire just under the black bit there. That's definitely a rogue. But this guy, I think, is a returning fisherman. He's been to a pond down here. Just going to give him a moment, see if we can track him all the way back. It'd be really nice if he could leave a marker on the map. His light's gone out now. It'd be interesting if Alpha is over here somewhere and Bravo is over there somewhere. If Charlie spawns kind of between us and what I call Stifler Lake, that's really going to fence us in a bit, isn't it? I'd kind of like at least two to be off to one side. And this guy's still going. We'll maybe take a run out tomorrow and see if there's a platform down. Oh, his light's gone out now. It went out about there. Oh, there we go. It looks like there's probably only one guy, and he's just relit his fire. So yeah, I'm certain that's Alpha. That's probably Bravo. So a couple of days' time, Charlie will be spawning in, and I really, really hope Charlie is not here, because that's kind of the main direction I go when I go out. Fishing hut is just over this way. If Charlie spawns anywhere around that area, which is quite likely, that's really going to mess us up. But hey, it is what it is. Right, for now, I think we're going to have to call that another episode. The lights off. Let me know in the comments what you think about the murder hole. What you think about the idea. Bear in mind, I'm almost certainly going to have to reinforce all of this with alloy sheeting, but it allows me to shoot down pretty much all the way from directly underneath to the side, and I can do that on both sides. So I'm hopeful that will work, but time will tell, obviously. I think for now what I'm going to do is, obviously we're out of planks, I'm going to do a load more wood chopping and make a load of planks. I'll do a bit more looting, but again, I probably won't do it for more than one day, because I think it's every couple of days the bases spawn in, and although I think Alpha is still only one guy, there's a good chance that we've got an attack coming either tomorrow or the next day. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing. If you haven't already subscribed and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. It boosts my confidence to know that there are people out there enjoying what I'm doing. Feel free to comment. I love reading the comments. I do try and respond to every comment in one way or another. You know, so it's really reassuring to see the comments coming in. And obviously, if you like the video, please click the like button. Again, that tells me that I'm on the right track, doing the right things. If you don't like the video, if there's something about it or in it that you didn't like and you're clicking on the dislike button, please be kind enough to leave a comment and tell me why. What was it you didn't like? Because then maybe I can change things around, or you know, make differences that will make it more entertaining. So, you know, don't just click the dislike button and say nothing, because that doesn't tell me anything. So thank you very much. I'll catch you on the next episode. Look after yourselves and stay safe. Bye bye.